Hello and welcome in, Magic Learners. Hot opening hand open. Aether Vial, come on. No Aether Vial, and I'm actually going to mulligan this. Welcome in, much love. Travis here bringing you Magic of the Day number something. I'm going to say that doesn't matter a whole lot because I'm going to crack Scalding Tarn for a Steam Vents and cast Serum Visions. So, Magic of the Day. Get our brains thinking, get our brains moving, do some math. You know, I have my morning, I'm going to keep the remand, ritual of playing Magic. That's good. I also like going for a morning walk. That makes a good combo, one and then the other. Right, a little bit of getting the body moving, a little bit getting the brain moving. These things go well together. So I decided to go with the remand, which I do want to use. If we can remand into a land, we can go Pestermite into Lightning Bolt. By the way, this video, shout out to the twin players. Much love to the twin players. This is for y'all. Gonna remand that. Nice, we drew a land. This is for y'all. Because this is a decent twin replacement deck. Well, I think this deck is very good, actually. But if you're a twin player, it could be a good replacement. Spell Stutter Sprite. That is a very good draw, actually. I was going to go Pestermite, untap a Lightning Bolt, Pia. Bia, actually, as Howard Dean would say. Howard Dean being the uncle of my buddy, and that was a funny time. So we're gonna Spell Stutter Sprite. If the opponent has Path, we can wake up our Mutavault. And then untap and Bolt. Path Exile is fine. We're gonna go ahead and get our third red. And I'm gonna wake up the Mutavault, which maybe is going to get pathed as well. Countered, okay. Pretty good. Pretty good, as Larry David would say. Okay. Ooh, that I like too. I'm going to pass the turn again. I'm not sure if I want to go Pestermite into 2 bolts or Spell Stutter Sprite into 2 bolts. Lightning Berserker. I'm going to go with the... That's pretty wimpy, but I'm going to counter it anyways if we have the opportunity to do it. Then I want to. A Johnny's Pride Mate. It's a cat, not a human, okay. So, some bolts are going to get, at least one bolt is going to get thrown. Let's say 1 bolt gets thrown. And then we'll trade there. And then probably bolt that Pride Mate. We could keep it untapped to combo with Sword in case we untap a land, but we've already got Pestermite coming anyways, so. Alright, so what's the worst thing that can go wrong right now? If the opponent has a... Oh, there's a Kiki-Jiki, so that's awesome. The worst thing that could go wrong is... No, I'm going to tap the opponent's land. Is Ranger of Eos, so let's go ahead and tap the opponent's mountain during their upkeep, and then if the next time we draw a land with Kiki-Jiki, we just win, so... Things are promising. And we could get Sword down, and we're at the point where we can put it on Mutavault, and that applies good pressure. Sword of Feast of Famine plus Mutavault is a good combo. Pestermite. So, one thing I don't like about the new 6th mana color, colorless, and I think it's fine to say things that you don't like at times. What I don't like about it is it requires an extra click for every spell. Those clicks add up, man. For real. Okay, well, opponent only has one card left, and what we have left is good. Or 2 cards now. So we're not as far ahead as I would have liked to be. We're not as far ahead as I would have liked to be. I mean, because we would be winning, just straight up winning right now. I'm going to put the Kiki Jiki out. Next turn maybe we draw something that lets us win, or we can throw down Sword on the Kiki Jiki. And if the opponent does not have a Ranger right now, they might have a Ranger. I'm hoping just for bolts, to be honest. Yeah, here's Ranger. So, oh, there's Perforos. Alright, that's much less problematic. Sword. And is there a reason to play this Scalding Tarn? There's a reason to not play it. That reason being, we want to hide the awesomeness of our hand in general, whenever possible. I'm not sure if there's a reason to play it. It seems like we've got more than enough mana. And we can always play it untapped. We've got another basic if we need it, so I'm going to go ahead and hack away with the Kiki Jiki. Make the opponent discard their last card, which is Lady Lisa. Which is a Ranger. That's shocking. I'm sorry, opponent. How do you not play a Ranger in that situation? Because you want to get the damage with Perforos. You are really, really greedy. You are extremely greedy, opponent. Shockingly greedy. Serum Visions. We could crack that Scalding Tarn in response, so that we don't have to. Alright, Vendilion Click, and let's bottom these. Wake up, mute a friend. Attack for 6. Draw step, Vendilion Click. And that should pretty much do it. Draw step. Bam. Let me see your hand. Nah, they're like in response. Okay, you got me. Target myself. Okay. And this Pestermite. So, I was about to combo off and the opponent scooped. Outrageous. Alright, back to sideboarding. So, I want Pyroclasm, and I'm tempted on the Sower. Mistbind Click could be very good. I think Sower might be better, maybe. Not in love with Vendilion Click. Mixed on Scion of Una. I would say we definitely want the Pyroclasms. Not in love with the Spellskites. Don't like Glunalundra Archmage. The opponent's got a good amount of removal. Tech Edge is probably not necessary. They're not going to 5. Clasms. So we either want Scions or Sowers. So Scion is going to shut down our own combo somewhat, but it dodges those lightning bolts, lets us push in the sky. Sower, on the other hand, could take a big Pride Mate, but it can get pathed. I actually like Mistbind Click. It's good tempo, and the opponent... It's good tempo. We could cut the remands. They're not super amazing here. I do like that they set the 4-drops back a turn. It's a question of how many Scions we want. Scions are not necessarily great with Pyroclasm, so I'm gonna rock it like this. Okay, and this is quite a good hand. Quite a good hand. I want to save this Bolt for Norn the Wary if possible. If a player casts a spell or creature attacks... Wait, we can't Bolt Norn the Wary. Or can we? How does that work? Whenever a player casts a spell or a creature attacks, exile it. It doesn't seem like it can ever be bolted, right? Alright, here's an Aether Vial. Okay, so pretty much we just need to kill everything else. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it can be bolted. I need to set it up so that we auto yield to these triggers, because otherwise it's going to be super annoying. Johnny's Pride Mate, perhaps? Where? That's interesting. Always yield. That's slightly disappointing, but I didn't even know that we were going to remand. Alright, let's ship the turn. I would like to Serum Visions, but I would rather remand into Serum Visions Spell Stutter or whatever. Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. Alright, we absolutely have to remand that. That card is going to beat us. I'm not sure how we can even stop it, really. Maybe if we draw a Mutavault on this turn. Well, we don't necessarily need to draw a Mutavault because we have our combo if we can hit the land. So I'm going to Serum Visions and then either Lightning Bolt or Pyroclasm that champion, and then hope that we can get to Pestermite Kiki. If we draw a land here, it would really help. We didn't draw a land. However, we drew an Aether Vial. The problem is if we cast Aether Vial, that champion is going to grow, and we really need to bolt it, because Mark of Asylum is going to come down. I'm going to bottom the Spell Stutter Sprite, keep that on top, and then take care of the champion. And then hopefully we can get there in time. The opponent has... Alright, so here's Mark of Asylum. It shuts down our Pyroclasm, but we've still got game. So, the way I see it, I want to take this game by surprise. I'm going to tap out the Spell Stutter Sprite. I feel that we want to use it to stop a Lightning Bolt. We want to use it to stop a Path to Exile on our combo. So we're either going to get to the point where we... Yeah, maybe I should have kept 2 life up just in case, but I feel like there's... I'm not sure what we would actually want to counter. There's a Johnny's Pride Mate. We'll see if there's a Soul Sister coming with it. If there is, then that's what we would want to counter. Okay. Take this thing up. Mistbind Click I would say is a very good draw. Okay, I'm gonna tap my shields once again for Sword. A lot can go wrong. Although the opponent's last turn was not very impressive. And again, we can come back from being way behind. Not if the opponent has 2 sisters, but if they have just 1. There's Evolving Wilds, great, it comes into play tapped. There's a Pride Mate. So, we can win in 2 turns if we draw any land. Ideally, the opponent even taps out for Ranger. And the way that we do that is we can Vial and Pestermite and untap our 4th land. So, come on, land. Not a land, but not the worst draw either. So, let's go ahead and ship the turn, see what happens. We could have put in a creature and suited it up. Alright, well here's Ranger, I suppose. Oh, there's Perforos. So that's gonna kill us pretty fast. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control. So, again, if we draw a land on the next turn, I would say we maybe win at this point. I wouldn't say that we win. We could put Pestermite down, but then we're... yeah. Let's go to second main. The opponent has one card left. End step. I think it makes sense to put out one Spell Stutter Sprite. So we can put a sword on it and take the opponent's last card. And then win on the next turn. There's another Pestermite, which is quite interesting. So I'm going to equip the sword. If the opponent has removal for it, we can put in Aether Vial, Pestermite, put another Aether Vial, untap Aether Vial. Yeah, okay, so here's the game plan. Or we could just let that resolve, actually. So we're on pace to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. I think we don't mind that, because that is going to get us the land to win next turn. We're going to take 4, 5, 6. We're taking a non-lethal amount of damage right now. And this is the land that we need to win. I'm going to get a mountain. And we cleared the opponent's hand out anyways. So let's ship the turn. If the opponent has like the lethal creature, we can put out Pestermite, untap Pestermite, put out Pestermite, untap a land and play Spellstutter Sprite. If the opponent is playing a 2-drop, that's fine. Where that's actually doesn't matter because we have a win anyways, and the opponent has no cards left. So I'm gonna do this basically just because it doesn't matter. Opponent has no cards left. Actually, we do need to be aware that the opponent... this might be necessary because the opponent can pump. So we're taking 6, 7, 8. Still not enough. Still not enough. So sorry, I'm gonna match. Okay. Counter that. And I'm gonna trade one of them. Doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure that the math is right. And we're gonna untap and do our thing. Drop to 5. This deck's awesome, right? It wins from beatdown and it wins from combo. Either one works. Red, red. Red, red. Use this ability. Put out Pestermite. Untap a land. Yes. And for the win. Can do this thing out of nowhere. Make a hasty Pestermite. Untap Kiki Jiki. Make a hasty Pestermite. Untap Kiki Jiki. Now is where I'm just scared of screwing up, and I'm like, concede, opponent. Untap Kiki Jiki. gonna make me do all this? Poor form, opponent. Poor form. 5. Untap Kiki Jiki. Do this. Sorry, viewers. Unless this is what you came here to see. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16. Attack with all creatures. This deck is sweet. This deck is sweet. And yeah, make sure to check out the deck tech, of course. Thanks for watching. If you haven't got the ebook yet, make sure to check that out in the description. Thanks to all our patrons. Make sure to check out the deck tech. Make sure to join the group Magic for Good Facebook group. See y'all back here tomorrow.